Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Hey everyone, it's Chris here, and today we're gonna talk about Le Mans Ultimate and Compitizione, and which one I personally like the most. Now, I have to be honest with you, Le Mans Ultimate has some very nice potential. Just for me, for some reason, it's lagging. There are stutters, there are freezes. Some people say it has to do with the shader that's compiling or something like that. I don't know. I have everything on maximum power. I got a 4090 with a Ryzen 9 9950X. I got 64 gigabytes of RAM, DDR5. So I don't know what's going on here. I'm playing Compitizione on Ultra without having any hissy fits. Perfectly fine at 120 FPS steadily. Here in some corners, and I notice it the most if I try to overtake another car or something like that, I get a stutter. But okay, that might be just something that could be fixed. But I want to talk about the stuff that I have on their store. The game just got released not so very long ago, because it's been in alpha or whatever you call it before it got released, early access. I'm not sure what you call it lately. A lot of games do it lately and just never finish. But the problem was, it already has 5 DLCs in a very, very short amount of time. And some of them even before the game even released. I think actually even all of them before the game even released. Fully released, I mean. So, I don't know, it's you pay for the game plus you pay for DLC that was, in my opinion, meant to be in the game. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it feels like that DLC had to be in the game. You pay a full price for the game. I feel like it had to be in there. Now, we're gonna talk about these liveries or liveries or however you say it. But it's pretty cool that you can make your own design on the vehicle. The only thing that sucks is on the bottom you can see you need to be a paid subscription or have a paid subscription to be able to upload it. So in my mind, so other people can see it, I'm not quite sure. As you can see here on the left side, I'm a light member, so I'm a free to play. It's weird that you have to pay for a service that you're basically not gonna use every single time. If you play online as a normal race, I don't think it would matter too much what your car design is. But I find it very weird that you have to pay to compete in championships. Isn't that supposed to be free? That's why I'm looking down to the game as of right now. I know they're not forcing you to get a subscription, but it's just very weird to me that, okay, World of Warcraft has done it and has been doing successfully for 20 years, but that doesn't mean that FIA has to do it. This is an official licensed FIA game, and I know that FIA is money hungry lately. And with all the rules going around with the F1 and the rally and everything, like it's mind-boggling. Like, I don't understand what they're trying to do here. Even to create your own server, which is not for a month or for a day or for 2 days. It's you just pay per session. So it says to me 50 CR. I guess there are like crones or whatever it's called. I don't know. But you need to pay 500 first, 500 crones or thingies in game, which is like 4.95. Correct me if I'm wrong, it could have changed by now at the time the video came out. But why? Why not let people pay a fixed bill every single month, a subscription? Maybe implement it in your subscription, in your online subscription, that if you have the middle or the highest subscription, that people whoever have or are paying for it can have a server every single month, and as soon as I stop paying for it, that server is gone. How simple would that be? It just feels like the game is trying to milk more and more money, and I have a feeling that it's gonna be like, yeah, I don't like to say this, but it feels like it's gonna be like EA, WRC. I'm getting deja vu to that. Like I'm having issues with that game at the beginning, also with shader compilations or shader complicate whatever it was. I don't even know. And it never truly got fixed. The same thing with WRC Generations. The same thing there. So I don't understand what's going on with these games. By the way, 2 of those games were licensed by FIA. One was done by Codemasters. Was an okay game, but as soon as EA came into the game, it was done. Like, it was nice for as long as it was, but it went down pretty damn quick. And I have a feeling like Le Mans Ultimate is gonna be doing good, but I also have a feeling it's not gonna be doing good on the payment section. Many people already spent tons of money on the sim rig, or on a wheel, or on a new setup, a Fanatec setup, a MOZA, whatever you want to be. They're not cheap. Those things are not cheap. Those pedals are not cheap. Those steering wheels are not cheap. Those bases are not cheap. You know, and if you want to have a little bit of a view like what I have here, you're not stopping at 2,000 to 3,000 euro. Not at all. So I know some would say, oh, you can spend 2 or 3k on a setup, but you can't spend 15 per month on a game that you may be playing the whole damn day. Here's a fun fact. Do you race the whole day through? Maybe you would come online after work, after school, and you do like, what, 4 or 5 races? Let's say that one race is about 20 minutes. So in 5 races, that's approximately 100 minutes. No, that is 100 minutes, not approximately. Which is 1 hour and 40 minutes. Correct? So let's say 1 hour and a half. Are you willing to pay that amount of money for an hour and a half of potential fun or extra fun that you pay for? Me personally, not really. But that could change if they might add some extra features to it. For example, having your own server permanently until you stop paying, and then your server goes away. I also see that you get all the DLCs, but only if you go for the highest tiers. So if you go for the highest tier, you get the DLCs for Le Mans Ultimate and R Factor 2. Now if you don't have R Factor 2, well, wink wink, too bad. I don't have R Factor 2, so that's basically a waste of time and money for me. So I'm really thinking to just stay on the light membership, and I will be doing, I haven't looked into it, but I'll be doing low fuel motorsport and see how that is. Now I do understand some people want to do the championships. By all means, it's your money. But for me personally, I can't justify that amount of money for maybe 1 race every week, or maybe 2 races every week. That would be like, let's say maybe, let's round it up, 10 races a month for, I don't know how much money it was anymore for the big subscription, but I don't find that a good price. Anyway, I do have to say the downside of Compitizione. The downside of Compitizione is just like, as you could see here right now, that person in front of me hit his brake so hard that I had to brake as well. I locked up and I hit him in the back. I get fined for that. I get penalties. So that's not very fun. But my favorite car is still and always will be the Porsche 992 GTR 3R. That is my favorite car. It always will be. I will be coming back to Compitizione quite a bit. Although I have to say that Le Mans Ultimate has in my opinion at least, a better triple support for a triple screen support. Huh? I think it's better because the distance between your eyes and the angle of your monitors can be fully adjusted within that little, I don't know, setup that they have on Le Mans Ultimate. Okay, Compitizione also has that, but not so extensive. And that is very interesting. So I'm telling you, Le Mans has potential, very high potential. Both games are have very good reviews. But what is the difference between the two? In my opinion, there's not so much. So first of all, the physics in Le Mans Ultimate feels better. I'm not gonna lie about that. And that's because it's based on the R Factor 2. The sound that the cars produce are way better in Le Mans Ultimate. But the ambience sound, like rocks hitting the underside of your car, is better in Compitizione. The Porsche sound is better in Compitizione. That's purely for the Porsche. I only drive Porsche, so I don't really know how those other sounds compare to Le Mans Ultimate. The feeling of Compitizione also feels more forgiving, although I have seen an option in Le Mans Ultimate which deletes you from locking up your brakes. Basically like an ABS, but an automated one, I would say. That's an option that you can turn on and off, so you don't need it if you don't want it, but if you need help with it, you can put it on. Besides that, I would think, graphics-wise, Compitizione is looking better. Obviously, Le Mans Ultimate is running on an older graphic engine. What else could I say about it? I would just say that Compitizione, as of the moment, has probably higher people in LFM than Le Mans Ultimate, and it's only by just a tiny bit. It's not too much more. But I also find that Compitizione is way more unforgiving than Le Mans Ultimate, and that is a good thing. So, of course, Le Mans Ultimate is not a bad game by all means. It's actually a good game. It's actually the best game of the two. But here is the problem. What are you? Are you a GT3 racer? Are you a GT2 racer or a GT4 racer? If yes, if any of those three things check your list, stay with Compitizione. If you're a hypercar fan or LMP2 fan and you want to drive those cars, by all means go Le Mans Ultimate. But for GT racing, I would stay Compitizione. I don't know why, but I prefer Compitizione for my GT racing. And that will probably stay like that, unless something changes. Unless I can remove that stuttering and that freezing. Because don't forget, like in my previous video, like I said, I had my game crash 4 or 5 times the last lap of the race. And you know how frustrating that can be, and especially if every race is about 20 to 30 minutes. You fight so hard to get to the front, and then you're finally in the front, you're going to the second to last corner, and all of a sudden, boom, game crashed. Send us a file report. I do that. I never get anything. Never. Of course, I know I'm not supposed to get anything, but what gives? What is the issue here? Is it my PC? Is it your game? Because it's only happening in Le Mans Ultimate, nowhere else. And is it more taxing on my computer? No, it's not. Actually, my PC runs 30% better and slower. Well, not slower, but it uses 30% less resources. Well, no, it was 32% less resources. But nevertheless, what is going on here? Why am I crashing? I updated my graphics card, upgraded my firmware, upgraded basically anything. All drivers, all firmwares, everything. So I just think it's in the hands of Le Mans Ultimate to fix those things, compile the shaders better, maybe make them more packed or whatever it's called. I've seen some people in the community that have some similar issues and kinda similar issues. But yeah, those are things I hope that will get fixed, because the game has been out now for a month or 2, 3. But before that was early access for a very long time, and I feel they had more than time enough to tackle those issues. I don't know why they do it, or didn't do it, better said. But I hope they will change in the future, because Le Mans Ultimate seems like a fun game. And also another thing, Le Mans Ultimate is an endurance. It's known for its endurance races. Francorchamps, Spa, just saying, endurance races. There is no endurance race in Le Mans Ultimate, not yet at least. So the name Le Mans Ultimate is, Le Mans a bit. There's not everything is there. But eventually it will. And I'm looking forward to that. And together with some updates that could potentially fix those stutters and those lags. But we will have to wait. That will be it. Thanks you. Yep, good. That was English, yes. Thank you so much for listening to my babbling. But I just want to talk about it. And if you enjoy these kind of things, let me know in the video comments. Leave a like, hit subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.